Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at a special deck I've come up with. I've seen stuff similar to it before. I don't think this is the same list as any others. I've also come up with a slightly cooler name, which I haven't seen before either. And that is my Dragapult deck, or Dragapult, however you want to say it. Which is basically the Dragapult VMax engine. And then we've got, obviously, the Flapple in it as well. We'll go through exactly what we have got in it. We've got a Dedenne, which is pretty standard in most decks. Skip through. We've got the Crobat and Eldegoss for similar reasons. Eldegoss I don't normally run, but in this one, you probably want to use your boss's orders more. I have two. I was thinking of putting three in. I put Eldegoss instead, just because it helps us reuse them. So it's a little easier to get them out. But other than that, we've got the two Zigzagoons, which let us drop damage. We do run 4 scoop up nets, which is important to reuse these. And then we've obviously got the namesake, we've got Applin, which evolves into Flapple. Now what Flapple does is you can put 2 damage counters on any Pokemon on your opponent's side, and then it shuffles into your deck. So not only is this great to, you could put it up, for example, you could put an Applin up for the turn, and then you could Flapple away to bring out your Dragapult if you need it. It lets you just sort of set up plays. But obviously the main reason it's in here is the 2 damage counters. Now it doesn't sound like much, but along with Zigzagoon and the bench damage and these, you're able to reach numbers that you need to when you need to, which is why I prefer this variation. I run a 3-3 line of that, then 3-3 line of Dragapult. In terms of trainers, like I said before, we've got the Scoop Up Net, we've got Pokemon Communications. We do run 4 Crushing Hammers just because the variant I ran before was Clefairy, which was basically Clefable, which was able to remove energies. Crushing Hammer was a part of that. It's quite a disruptive deck, so I do think Crushing Hammer works. But there's also that thing of pretty much any deck running it now, so I might try and find a replacement for those. Obviously, Quick Balls are standard. Now, here is another one I've not seen anyone use. It's Spikemuth. Whenever a player's active Pokemon moves to the bench during their turn, put 2 damage counter on that Pokemon. Which you might think, well, that's never going to come up. People run air balloons, people run switches, people retreat Pokemon. It's not uncommon, and it's just more damage counters you can put on. The amount of players I've caught online just don't realise what it does, and they retreat, and they've knocked Pokemon out. That's how good this card is. And this deck doesn't really need any other sort of trainer stadiums, so that's why I use this. I do think it is a good inclusion, so I'd suggest trying it out. We've also got the 2 boss's orders, which I mentioned. And then we've got the staple research and only 3 Marnie. That should be 4. I've been running 3, so it can't be that bad, but I might switch out. Like I said, ditch the hammers and add something else. This is the deck list for now, which we're going to play. We also run 2 air balloons just to retreat stuff when we need it. And then we've got the giant bomb, which I have used a few times to good effect, which basically, if you get hit for 180 damage or more, even if you're knocked out, you'll put 10 damage counters on them, which again is just spreading damage, which also Horror Energy does as well. So if you're hit, they take 20. If you've got 2 of these, they take 40 damage. So with all of this combined, I think it's a really strong deck just to drop damage over. I spread it out, and then obviously we boss's orders and stuff to pull things up, work out damage amounts. So it is quite a technical deck, but I do think it's one that's worth playing. So we're going to jump into it and see how it gets on. So let's have a look. This is already not going to be a good match. Obviously Dragapult's weakness is darkness, so we'll see how we get on. The other thing is we've obviously got float up, so we can pull this back into our hand, and obviously the Flapple also has 2 colorless attacks. Wait, what? Okay, so he's running baby Dragapult, it looks like. I'm not sure where the darkness thing's there, but I am not going to complain. I think we probably just do that this turn. I don't think we can attach this. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides... Okay, so we would be okay. The only problem is... So, yeah, we've just lost all of our supporters in the first turn. Oh my god, we've actually won. That is insane, because we can search out a Zigzagoon, drop that onto the bench, and I'm just going to drop that just for the sake of it. And that is game. Victory. There it is. There's the deck in action. We're obviously going to play another one because that isn't really showing off what the deck can do. That's a pretty good start, if you ask me. Okay, match number 2. Let's try and... I'm not going to drag it out, obviously. I'm going to take those wins, but I'll try and make sure this next match is at least a match, because that was kind of quick. What is with all these dark decks? Even though I'm going to try and find a reasonable match to bring you, there is a good selection of dark decks in the meta right now. So there's Eternus, there is... what's the other one? I've seen a few Malamars, I don't think they're that popular. I'm going to kick myself. My point is there are dark decks in the meta. I know with things coming in, it might change in the next set, especially with Galarian Zapdos hitting for weakness, which I think is going to be a absolute monster in the game. There's so many V and VMax Pokemon put down that I just think it's going to be so quick to power up. It's going to be hard to play around as well because everyone needs to drop their Crobats, their Dedenes to get started, so it's just going to be so powerful and so quick. So we might see a change, and then obviously things like Dragapult become more viable when Darkness isn't as powerful. And we are against the Eternus deck now, so that is unfortunate. We might be able to play around it. If we can win this game, I mean, we can win any game, so let's see how we get on. The thing here is, if he pulls the Dragapult up before I'm ready, then we will be in trouble. Thing is, I don't really want to get rid of my hand either. But I think we're going to have to, and hopefully we hit some more energy. That is 3 energy gone already though. But I don't think the Crobat would have been effective enough. God, we're going for our whole deck now. So there go our 3 Professor's Research. Oh man, this is a rough start. Okay, I'm going to get rid of a Marnie. And we will grab... I'm going to grab another Applin actually, just so we can start to chain these. Hopefully a Heads on the Hammer. Get rid of that. Obviously that is... we can scoop up, so that's Spikemuth won't affect us when we remove Zigzagoon. We do need to hit some energy this turn though. But considering our deck's halfway and we're going to take a few more cards out of it, we should be okay. Okay, put 2 damage. Okay, fair enough. I'm not sure how he's getting the poison on me, but we shall see. Okay, so he's evolved already, which is not good. The other thing is having more stuff on your bench is not good against Galarian Zapdos, so this deck is just going to have... if Zapdos does become a deck, this is just going to have so much trouble with it. He's already attached this turn, so I'm guessing he's just going to pass. Now, I could scoop up into Dragapult and hope we hit what we need. But obviously, he's going to come in with this guy, and what can he do? 30 for each of your Darkness Pokemon. So he could do 180. He's going to drop a Crobat, so he can do... that's another 60 because of weakness, so 240. I would be shocked if he can get enough to knock us out this turn. And if he... well, the problem is, if he can, then we're going to lose anyway, so... we need to start weakening this guy. We're going to research. There's no way we don't hit what we need. Okay. We have technically got it, but... the difficult way of doing things. Oh. 2 of our Dragapult VMaxes are prized. And he's thrown in. I'm not sure if he could have won that one. I don't think he had the knockout next turn, so we would have just kept putting damage around, obviously with the 2 Flapples as well. Another Zigzagoon, it's just... it starts adding up. Before he even got into the active, he would have had... what was he on? 10, 50, 60, 70, 80. He had 150 damage on him, so he wasn't in a good place. And that was against our... I would say that's the counter to our deck, so... pretty good going. We will play one more just because of how short these have been. And I do want to show you guys the deck in action. Next week, I will be doing the Flapple, which I've named it, which again, I don't know, I think these names are pretty good. We'll be playing that next week. Let me know any other decks you want to see in the meantime, because I am moving a little more into standard now. Obviously, things are easing up in the UK, so hopefully we'll be back in play very soon. I do want to attempt sort of a road to worlds kind of thing, so starting fresh from a season and just trying to make it, get enough points with the aim of going to worlds. So we will see how we get on with that, but for now it does look like we're just going to be playing online, which is never a bad thing. I think we'll just pass that. I would suggest to anyone that plays this game, especially if you're new to it, try decks online, because that's how you're going to get used to the game. And the most important thing is you try decks, maybe you don't like them, so you don't go out and spend 30, 40 quid on a deck and then realize, oh, actually, I don't really like this, which it has happened to me before, so I'm trying to pass some of that wisdom on to you. We're going to ditch this hand anyway, so I think we're actually, yeah, we'll set up another app link because we can start to snipe this Mew. I think he's just going to concede anyway. We should be able to get this out. I mean, we've got Flapples, we've got Scoop Ups. Yeah, we're fine. Ooh. Scoop him up. And we'll go into Dragapult. Drop this guy. And then we will max Phantom. I don't know if because that's dead. Yeah, it has gone through. So that's that's probably another game. He's got how much? 10? 30? Oh, it's cool. Oh, okay. That's not bad. He has Rosa now, so he is going to get set up, which should be interesting. So what is this deck? I do remember it. If this Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin. I get knocked out as well. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's game. Yeah. See, now I'm just going to pull that up and knock both out. Can I do knock both out? Yeah. Yeah. So that's game. We'll pull that up. 130 and 50. That won't come to the active, so we won't get to activate his effect either. And that is the third match. My plan is to do 3 matches. This is the third match. I know this has gone quick. I don't know what to say, because this deck, when I've been playing it off video as well, it's been quick to kill stuff with the Applins, with the Zigzagoons, obviously with Dragapult, the Spikemuth. There's just so many ways to drop damage. You can just pick off smaller Pokemon, so if they're not playing VMAX, it is very quick games. And then even the VMAX, you can add up damage so quickly. So let me know in the comments if you're going to try this deck out, or any other decks you want to see in this series, and I will catch you in the next one.